aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Play action. It's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. Keeps himself upright. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working from the gun, Wentz, escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Fletcher Cox in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
Come on now. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. Got a man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd in just about a few inches here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz now to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Taking it about the 36. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That one goes for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Trey 15.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And he connects with Ertz. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Wentz now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Wentz going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Jackson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
81.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Wentz will try again on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now Wentz on third down. Dancing to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's Jackson. Well, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They run, Chubb, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. Uses the spin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This time Jackson will throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Jackson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Jackson. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Wentz to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Jackson on second down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz now on first down. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Wentz now to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they're giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Browns on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Trey 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know,
and that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Steps away to his left. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead.
And got his man complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A big offensive explosion helped.